right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chamber Chat. I got a special guest in the car today, and I'll let her introduce herself, and we'll kick it off from there.
Okay, I am Kierra Woekel from Trillium Family Services.
You've been studying Chamber Chats.
I have. I am one of your I'm one of 9 subscribers.
Well, don't say that.
Simon's already turning up the heat on me because I'm just roasting in here.
Wow, that's just the pressure of doing such a important piece.
I feel the weight and the heat of it.
Do we have 9 subscribers? That's it?
Yeah, it's up from the 6 when I first checked. So
way to put a positive spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, cool. We're like the tallest midget. All right, cool. Wait, you can't say that. Or whatever. let's.
We just did, everyone.
It's already started badly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think most people, know what Trillium does. But in case they don't, for the dozens of people that are going to be watching this, what do you guys do?
Most people from Corvallis will know us as the Children's Farm Home. What a lot of people don't know is Trillium Family Services is statewide. So we have the Children's Farm Home campus. We have a campus up at in Portland, and then we're spread throughout the state with all sorts of different programs. But we're the leading provider of mental and behavioral health for adolescents in the state of Oregon, and that takes so many different forms and programs, stuff like that.
And I can play the new guy role, so it's okay for me not to know. But I didn't know that you guys were statewide. You're in schools. You do tons of stuff.
Yep, we're in.
I thought you were just there.
No. Yeah, we're completely all over Oregon, and we're in about 140 schools, and we have outpatient. So that's with our outpatient services. So we have a master's level therapist plan in the school, so it's better that way. I mean, that's where the kids already are, right? And it's one less barrier for a parent to pick up a child, drive across town, and we work within the family too. We have day treatments, we have residential treatment, we have our equine program. Anybody didn't know that either?
No, actually I did know, but I only just found that out.
Yeah. And dogs. That's my favorite part.
And I went to a groundbreaking out there.
Yes.
Which was pretty sweet.
Yes, which you came to. Thank you.
Which is what, about a month ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago?
So that's actually a major, major deal because I know you're new to this area, but you're probably not new to the fact that Oregon is having a crisis with our mental health accessibility.
When we see the lists of states that are handling it well, you have to scroll a little. You have to scroll
to the bottom.
Literally
number 48, which is just ridiculous considering how progressive Oregon is in so many areas. But anyways, soapbox aside, the groundbreaking is for our secure inpatient adolescent program. And that's our second building. So that's going to add very, very critically needed beds because if a child is having a crisis and they're in the emergency room, they may not have a place to go. And so they're just in a facility that isn't accustomed to properly handling the needs that they have. So.
Well, I know we're going back some years, but it's so nice to see the plans that you guys had for this building. When I went to the opening, they had drawings and they talked about what they were going to do and this and that. And it's so nice to literally hear that they've designed this entire building around literally around the experience that the child has, versus just make it sort of institutional, prison-ish type thing. It's not. No, this is it's super cool.
You need to feel like you need to have a level of comfort to continue on a journey of well-being, and that includes very much environment. So that includes weighted blankets. It includes having light coming through the windows, feeling comfortable, and so we put a lot of thought, and a lot of professionals contributed to the design to have it be a place of healing and wellness, and not. But
at the same time, still be secure and
be secure for everyone's safety.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yep.
You guys got to see some tough stuff.
When you say you guys,
I
must say, I cannot take any glory because the people that are the boots on the ground do all the work. I have it very easy. I get to hang out with people like you.
That's the coolest part of your day.
But yeah, it's a really tough job, and the people that do it are just absolute superheroes.
So that dovetails nicely into you. What do you do on a daily basis? What's your role in the company?
overlord.
I'm in charge.
No,
I'll have anybody killed.
Only in my mind. So I'm the community engagement and donor relations manager for the Willamette Valley.
Yep.
And
What does that mean? That's a fancy title.
It's so fancy, and it barely fits on a business card. No, it's great. I really like it. I just get to be out in the community. That's where my heart is to be able to connect and educate. And you know what I really enjoy is hearing about other people and what they're doing within their spheres of influence, and just seeing how connecting the dots can work, and how together as a community we can come together and do collective impact. That's kind of the efforts that I've been working towards, is how can we move away from this model of silos, right? Because that
doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't help anyone, and especially if, resources are being so spread thin on the ground, and I mean there's a true need, and how can we connect the dots and serve this need collectively together as a community?
What is the biggest misconception about what you guys do or don't do, or however you want to answer that?
That's really easy. A lot of people, when they hear about the children's farm home, they think, oh, that's where the bad kids go. I hear that so many times.
I can see that.
And I'm really, you know what, and not to, if people have that thought, I can't be upset with them, because it's just a misinformation. And so it's definitely not.
Well, we're not breaking it down too much. It's like words matter, right?
Words matter, and we're at a point where I actually am really excited. I think the dialogue in our nation around the world is shifting around mental health. Like, it truly is medical. It's a condition. It's something that someone needs help with. It's something that's serious, and that can be helped with. It's not that we should hide someone under a rock because they have this problem, and no one is untouched by this. And that's what's so unique about mental health, is because it reaches across every boundary of society, social, economic, education. I mean, it does not discriminate. There's someone, everyone knows someone, everyone's touched by it in some way.
I was just going to say that exact same thing. So part of the stigma, with mental health, and with, and it's, you just lock that problem away, don't talk about it. Now it's, I don't want to say it's mainstream, but it's, people get that it's there. It does feel like things are starting to shift towards, this is something, this can be treated just like if it was a physical
if you have a broken arm, I'm sure you've heard this. If you have a broken arm, you go to the doctor, and there's no shame in that.
No.
But when you...
Depending on how you got it.
Depending on how you got it, which, I mean...
If you fell out of a car.
If you had a broken arm, I'd hope to have a very good story behind it. But,
I've never broken any bone in my body.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, we are recording again. Okay, so, little update. This is, we're not editing, so it's still abiding by the rules. But the camera died. So we don't even, what were we talking about? This is a new one for me. I've never had the camera die.
I don't really know, but it was really interesting that...
Oh!
I navigated Simon into a cul-de-sac, so that was fun.
Yeah, we needed to whip home to the chamber to get home.
He asked me where the chamber was, and I just pointed in the direction of the chamber, and he turned down the nearest street, and, well, there it was.
And it was a cul-de-sac. Brilliant. We were talking about stigma.
Yeah.
About bad kids, broken arm. If you broke your arm...
Yes, there it is.
All right, go on then.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a stigma, and it's awful. It's
how do we break that?
You know what? Talking about it. I feel like we're at the stage where, people are willing to whisper about it, and I really think that I'm looking forward to moving into the stage from a societal standpoint where people can own it and celebrate it and rally around each other.
I like that.
Because the number one prevention of suicide is people not feeling alone. And we had more suicides in this country than car crash deaths last year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I was up in Columbia County before, and shout out to my CCMH peeps up there. That's Columbia Community Mental Health, and they released statistics that the suicide rate within that county, at least, was high. You always think about, it's teen suicide or it's teen issues or whatever. It was veterans. It was like older
Absolutely.
male veterans was the highest rate. It was weird.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't even consider that so weird. I mean, it's awful. It's all awful. But, I mean, think about veterans. You're in a situation where you feel completely bonded with all these people, and you feel absolute community that cannot be touched in the classic sense of just normal life.
Right.
And then when they come home and they maybe have just normal community, it just, or maybe not even, you know, that's very isolating.
Yeah, not good. Let's change gears.
All right.
Let's talk about you.
Yes.
This is the part of Chamber Chat where we get to know a little bit. And this is the reason we do Chamber Chat. Yeah, we want to hear about Trillium. We want to hear about the services. We want to hear about all the good stuff that you guys are doing out there.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time to get personal.
Let's do it.
You said you've done homework.
Yes.
So you know what I'm gonna be like. Ask. Do you have like pre-prepared questions? Answers? This is amazing.
You know what? I must admit, I typed up answers. I typed up your questions, and then I typed up answers.
Wait. Wait, stop talking.
Because I'm a preparer.
Stop.
That's what I do.
You really did?
I do homework.
What's my first question?
You're gonna say, "Tell me about you."
Right. Yeah, but after that, what have I asked before?
Places to travel, blah 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 blah. But you know what? I want to turn on his head a little bit, and I want to hear about you a little bit today.
No, that's not how it works. No. I'm.
But this is 50-50. My half.
I'll go 90-10 with you.
Okay.
So when you were little,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
Littler.
Yeah.
What did you want to be? What did you want to be when you grew up? Was it a community development officer? Or director?
No,
whatever?
you know, for a little while I was a soccer player.
Really?
But then I took one to the stomach, and that dream failed.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Fashion designer. Yep.
Shut your face.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second person in 2 days who said that. Hannah
Really?
from Surf Pro,
Really?
like it never even happened, did the same thing.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I actually went to school for it.
She said it was important for her to have a uniform to work in because she felt that it helped her. Hannah's not very big. She's not like super tall,
But she's
super
lovely.
imposing.
Yeah.
She's lovely. But she felt like a uniform was important to her, but she missed the fashion side of coming to work and dressing up and stuff.
Dude,
Are we critiquing? Let's critique your outfit.
A uniform would be a lot easier, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why fashion?
I love things of beauty. I think that this particular form of art is a way, like most art can be a way of self-expression, but it's also empowering for the individual. It's immediately associated with them. So, for example, if you paint a painting, I mean, which, you know, I love to paint too, it's great, but then you remove your physical being from the room, and people don't necessarily know it's you, and it's not like that reflection of you directly. But when you're able to use fashion, it's a direct tie, and it actually ties into your identity, and it actually can set the tone for your circumstances in the way of, like, if you walk into a room and I don't know, it can set your confidence. It's about the person and the individual. It doesn't matter even what they're wearing. I firmly believe it just is a matter about how it makes them feel.
That's a pretty deep answer.
Well, it is also about how people perceive you, you know, and I must say, you know, break out that soapbox again, right? Prepared. As you know, as a young woman in a professional environment and a man's world, let's be honest,
I've never heard that.
What?
Nobody's ever said that to me. I don't know.
You have to be head and shoulders kind of you need to stand out. You need to be on your game. You need to look capable. You need to present yourself as capable to earn a say at the table.
It's the old cliche which annoys me, or the situation annoys me. I'm glad that it's becoming not so norm now.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar night, what are you wearing? You never ask the guys, what are you wearing?
No.
Who's your favorite designer?
Oh, I love Da Vinci.
Oh yeah?
Very much. His gowns are just out of this world.
What's your go-to outfit? I guess it's not if you're at home, you got nothing to do, or you just whatever, throw yourself together and that's it. Or
you know what?
You never know who's coming around.
Well, I live in the country because no one's coming around. So
That's right. It's like
So
a Carhartt jacket and welly boots.
It's I have some jeans that are actually super comfortable. They have paint on them. They've been around like the yard and the house. Those are my favorite go-tos. I love those. But on a daily basis, if I'm going out, if I could wear a pair of jeans and a nice top the rest of my life, I would be just such a happy camper. And
Golden.
Good shoes, of course. So
Perfect.
Shoes make all the difference.
Music. Favorite music?
I am a huge Creedence Clearwater. I like Guns N' Roses. I like Bob Dylan.
Oh, right.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite GNR song?
GNR?
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Well, you put me on the spot. I don't know.
You like them all?
I'm like a mole?
You like them all. Good Lord, what is wrong with you?
I don't know.
All right, that's fine.
I'm
What was the
sorry.
last concert you went to?
Last concert. Old Crow Medicine Show.
Okay.
And my husband almost got us kicked out.
Okay, 2 follow-up questions there. One, who the heck is that? And why did you almost get kicked out of a concert?
Oh.
Is he trying to fight people? Is your husband a pain?
No, he's wonderful. He's a
sounds
loyal
great.
friend, and his friend was going to get kicked out because his friend was intoxicated, and then Kyle got loyal. And at that point, we weren't married, and I was just like, well, you, sure.
Oh, that's right. You recently got married, huh? Not recently.
5 years ago recently.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was more recent than that. I thought I talked to you the other day, and it sounded like maybe it's just because it's so new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's fresh and new.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yep.
Hey, food. What do you like? What do you like to eat? What's your favorite dish?
I love Thai food. Love Thai food. I like Nepalese food as well.
Oh, all right.
Very good.
What's your? Do you have a favorite dish?
Ooh, I love a green coconut curry. So good.
Yeah,
I actually like it pretty spicy.
Yeah.
I can do a little bit of that, as much as my white girl bean will handle.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's basically it.
There's a Steph, my wife, and I tried a it's called Simply Noodle or Simply Ramen over in Albany, somewhere down there.
Yeah.
It was good.
They have really good tom kha.
Oh, I didn't try. I had the pad thai. I kind of stayed because it was first time there, so I'm like, all right, we're not gonna go crazy.
You realize that pad thai's not even Thai.
Just settle down, okay?
Right,
just
all
go.
right.
I was like going like vanilla to start with.
Fair enough.
But I like musulman curry. That's nice. My favorite food is actually Indian food. So anything curried is fantastic.
The Indian curry and Thai curry are different worlds, man. Different worlds. And I'll be honest. No. It has to do with the lime, the basil, and a coconut base. And I'm sorry, I can't do Indian curry.
Why not? What have you got against Indian people?
Absolutely nothing. I think they're wonderful, and their culture is fantastic and beautiful. And
she just hates everything about you that you eat.
The food. It sits heavy with me.
You've lost 3 of our 5 listeners and watchers are Indian, so you've lost them.
Oh, so is that 3 out of the 9?
Oh, well played. Well played.
You're capturing quite a diverse demographic.
Damn it. If you had to meet somebody who is who's still alive, who would it be?
Definitely Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All the way.
Okay, so I gotta bring it up. Barely alive at this point. Come on, Ruth.
No,
hang in there.
She can do it. God, she can do it.
She better do it.
Oh man.
Oh, Ruth, come on. She can have pancreas.
If anyone can do it, it is her. I fully believe it.
Have you seen the RBG movie documentary sex thing?
Absolutely. On the basis of sex?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Felicity Jones was brilliant in that show. Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
To play that part?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, being tough.
It's got to be tough
It's
being
probably
her
tough
too.
being Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
No, just the playing the role
poor
is super tough.
Felicity Jones.
Yeah.
So tough.
But actually, probably being Ruth Bader Ginsburg is probably tougher. But still.
God, she's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you know she listens to opera while she works out?
I saw in the movie they show her workouts.
There's
this huge dude.
Okay, Stephen Colbert does a workout with her and it's hilarious.
Right.
Gotta see it.
We'll look that one up. What about somebody who's dead? Somebody from history.
Jesus.
Yeah?
Or Gandhi. Gandhi would be really cool.
Which one, though? You can only have one at the table.
You know what? Could we have a luncheon?
Oh, okay. Well, what questions would you ask them?
Oh, God.
And what do you think they would eat? What do you think they would eat?
Well, fish and bread, obviously.
Well, yes. Or would Gandhi even eat? He might not eat.
He might not eat. More for me and Jesus, and I'm here that Jesus makes a pretty fierce cup of wine, so there's that.
Oh, that's right. Just get water. Just get gallons of water.
Just bring the water.
Like,
bring your own water.
Bring your own
B-O-Y-O-W.
Yeah, I struggled with that part too. So, what questions would you ask Jesus?
Oh, you know what? I think.
Are you religious?
You know what? I grew up religious,
okay.
and I have my own
views.
Beliefs, and they
fit in with you.
They fit in with me.
So what would you ask Jesus?
But I appreciate all. What would I ask Jesus? Why? And then just let it go from there.
Just why?
Just why?
I would like to have Jesus in a chamber chat.
Oh man.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be so cool. You know what? You'd get more subscribers. Maybe you could arrange that.
Oh. Wow, we're just getting hammered on ours. If you're watching this, well, how do they say it? Look, click below, click the subscribe button.
And click the little bell because it will notify you when there's new things.
So jerks like this just don't give me crap about the lack of subscribers that we have.
Well, you need an incentive.
I think a lot of people watch them. There's not a lot of people subscribe.
Yeah. There's like 23 views on like Krista Albers.
Oh, well, that was yesterday, so that's pretty good.
I know, right?
And she's partly insane.
And amazing for it. I love insane people.
Yeah, she is pretty. Wait till you see the one with Russ and Hannah and Bethany.
Oh, I love them.
Where would you go if you could go anywhere on vacation? Wait, let me stop you there. Where have you been that's the coolest place? And then where would you like to go? What's on the bucket list?
Okay, so, God, this is so hard. Because I love to travel. I think a very impressionable place I went.
A very what?
Impressionable place I went was Cinque Terre, which was in Italy.
Oh.
So it's the 5 cities. It's pedestrian only. It's just, you Google a photo, it's the most gorgeous place, and it looks like that in person. You know when you see a photo and you're like, oh, I'm going to travel there, and you travel there and you're like, well, this is shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, it's perfect in every way. I got to just sit there, and I was young, and I was backpacking alone at the time, and I just, you get to see nuns and priests walking at, with their meals, and it just,
That's
old
cool.
ladies sitting gossiping.
What's it called again?
Cinque Terre.
Cinque Terre. All right. And is it in northern Italy?
Yep. It's Cinque, 5, Terra, land, town, so 5 towns.
5 towns.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What about somewhere you haven't been that you'd want to?
I want to go to Prague. Definitely want to go to Prague. Want to go to the Netherlands. Want to go to Portugal.
My dad lives in Portugal. I've been to Portugal.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to Portugal.
So here's what I'm
many
going to
times.
do. This spring we're going to go to
Let's go see my dad.
London, and we're in England, and we're going to see your mom, and then maybe next following year we'll do Prague.
That's good. But Prague's not that interesting.
What do you mean it's not that interesting?
I've been there.
It's not that interesting.
No. I mean, it's old. It's got some cool stuff.
People tell me it's interesting.
Who told you that?
Friends.
2 things. 1, how many friends do you have? And 2,
Not many.
have they been?
Yes.
So they haven't been, have
I
they?
hear
No,
it's cool.
they haven't
I
been.
hear it's cool. Damn it. Okay, but here's what we're gonna do. Just a Europe road trip, and so if Prague's a bust, it's fine. We're moving on.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
If you won $10 million and you were only allowed to spend it on yourself,
Yes,
because let's get rid of the lame stuff like, oh, I'd give it away.
Give it to charity. No,
and
take the pressure off.
rescue some
'cause
puppies.
no one's actually doing that.
No.
People give that answer.
What would be the most ridiculous thing? You buy a house, yep, cool. You get a nice car, boring.
Yeah.
What would be the most ridiculous thing you would buy?
Oh my gosh.
See, that question hasn't been asked before. When you were talking about Prague, and I kind of tuned you out there for a while. That's what I was thinking of. The next question. That's how I work.
You know what? I would truly just.
Don't be lame.
No, I'm serious. I would drop everything.
Yep.
Would bring husband. He's made the cut. And I think that we would just.
He's happy. Right?
We would just probably live where we want to live and move where we want to move. Probably all in Europe. We'd probably just.
Why do you hate
vacation
America?
the rest of our lives. Where do we start?
Oh, jeez.
I love America. I love America, but I think just the current climate and just it's a lot. But you know what?
Have you seen over in Europe? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's.
I've been to 25 countries, most of them in Europe.
All right.
Yes, I love it. I love I love different cultures. You can drive an hour and you're in a different culture with new food.
So if you won $10 million, you basically buy a backpack, a good backpack, and that's it. And
it's $10 million.
And a scooter. For $10 million, you could probably buy somebody to carry your backpack behind you.
We'd probably go the Greek for that one because I bet the backpack carrying,
that would be cool.
Young cute guys in speedos would be real good with that.
And your husband.
And my husband would love it.
And he'd obviously be one of the guys in the speedo.
We would get someone in a bikini for him.
It's very
just backpack around with us.
It's very European of you. Well, cool. Well, this has been fun.
Are we over?
No. Well, we're how many minutes?
Has it been fun?
Yeah, no, it has.
Because you're cutting it off. What? Do I have more questions?
This is the first time in all the chamber chats I've been told off for stopping it.
Okay, tell me what. Okay, so you obviously don't like Europe, and you don't think anything of.
Wait, I didn't say that.
Well, okay, you're British. Tell me what that's like.
It's cool.
Is it?
It is. It's
very well received over here.
That's the funny thing. Maybe that's why I like this place so much.
Yeah.
Because it is very well received over
just
there.
Your stock as a person just goes wow, you're cool.
We used to own everything.
Oh yeah.
And now we don't now.
Yeah.
And there's even parts of our own United Kingdom that don't want to be a part of the United Kingdom. So we used to be awesome. And now we just sound cool.
Was it cool?
I don't know.
Was it awesome? World domination?
It was if you were English. Not if you were Indian
Not if
or
you're Indian.
Australian or something like that. No.
Geez.
Or even I don't know if you remember there was you guys had a little war thing over here, you threw some tea in a lake or something, and then that whole thing. So yeah, it hasn't
Did
always
you know that was all a conspiracy started by John Adams?
What?
Yeah, England was actually gonna give it to us, and
No,
I read the book John Adams, and it was awful. I probably got about 20 pages into it. It was awful. So when I say I read the book, I read 20
So
pages.
England was going to give America. They were just going to say, all right, our bad. You can have it.
That's
We'll take India.
Oversimplification, but it was just, I think they were still going to require us to pay taxes or something like that.
I feel like conspiracy theories like this will get us more subscribers.
I think so.
The tin hat people will be
Please
on this
write your
bar.
comments below and tell me how inaccurate this is.
Yes. And her phone
For those
number
who read
is...
the rest of the 510 trillion pages of that book.
Oh my goodness. Was it a big book? Was it a big, thick book?
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Yeah.
That's why book clubs are just no.
Are you not a book club person?
Well, I tried to be a book club person because it's so sophisticated, but really, let's be honest, everyone just goes to chat and drink. Let's be honest.
That's what my wife does.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's fun. It's great.
What book are you reading this month?
It's great community.
I didn't get to read it. So you're just gonna go and talk about no book? No, I'm just not gonna. What's with all
I
the
will say, I
police
really
going
love audiobooks though, because no one has time to sit down and just read anymore.
No, I know. But
What's your favorite book?
You know what? I don't really have a favorite book, but I like autobiographies. I don't like reading, just fiction.
You like autobiography?
Yeah, I do. I like reading about people.
Okay, all right.
I read a lot of coaching stuff. I read a lot of just a lot of personalities. Obviously I have a soccer background, so I've read a lot of that sort of stuff. But yeah, I actually really like. I don't know. I just like hearing life from other people's perspective. It's kind of cool.
That's cool. Kind of learn from other people's.
Here's a great question. A great last question for you. Is it okay if this is the last one?
Do it.
What would the title of your autobiography be? Boom! How great was that?
I love it.
You can take a minute if you want. It's video gold. Silence on the video.
Oh. Welcome to my brain.
How big do you think the book's going to be? Is it going to be with pictures?
It probably never get published.
It probably never get published because it's so deranged.
Well, here's the thing. I think I'm so much funnier than I actually am. It's
pretty funny.
You know what? I think I'm funny, in my mind. And my husband and I constantly debating who's the funny one. I clearly am.
Obviously, he's wrong because of his title of husband.
All right. So, yeah, no, I don't know. I just feel like I go through like my day in my life like having like dialogue and like just I don't know.
Is this in your own brain?
Yeah, it's almost like you have to make fun of things, or you have to.
Oh, I agree.
You have to laugh at things, and so in order to get through just some of the day-to-day things, especially within the climate we're in, you just have to have humor, and you can't always say jokes out loud because, well, you know.
So here's something. So we're on to something. We're a little diverse as we got about 2 minutes left here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything? I had this argument with my wife the other day. Not an argument. She was right, obviously.
Well, that's the way it goes.
By default.
Yep.
But I think I had a valid point. Is there anything that you shouldn't joke about?
Oof.
Is there anything? Obviously, you got to be nice about how you joke, about what you say out loud. You know, be considerate. But is there anything that should be off limits?
Well, you know what? I think that intentions should always be about equity and inclusion. You should not make a joke at someone else's expense.
Correct.
I think that being aware of, just be aware that some topics are loaded. You have to know your audience, and words matter. That's what we talked about earlier. Yep. Words matter, and so, you know, even if your audience would receive it well, like ask yourself, like, well, do I want to be around this audience that would receive this joke well? You know, so I don't know. So I don't know. Like, art is completely subjective. You can't really say what's off limits and what's not. But
see, I'm like, no.
No, nothing's off limits.
Nothing is off limits.
Nothing's off limits.
Nothing.
You know what? I just
with the caveat that obviously, yes, you got to know your audience. You got to be, but
yeah,
nothing's off limits.
You know what I do take great joy out of, like secretly?
We're gonna have to cut this part.
No. I like to challenge people a little bit. You know,
make them uncomfortable.
We've talked about this. Just a little bit, just inflicting a little bit of discomfort, just to see how someone's going to react.
Love that.
I feel like people's character and personality come out through those moments, and that's how you can really cut through small talk and just kind of like create this moment of like, okay, I'm going to see who you are as a person.
I love that.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
I don't want to make someone feel truly, truly like they don't want to be there, but just a little bit of like, okay, well,
it's okay,
here's this little thing. Yeah. How are you going to handle it?
I love it.
Yeah.
If people want to get a hold of you, which they obviously will after this, probably to complain.
Or not.
Or if they want to get a hold of your boss to complain about you.
Yes.
How do they get a hold of you?
They can call me directly, and I will just field all of that.
What's your work number? Don't give out your cell phone number.
Okay. 541-758-5950 is my office phone, or you can email me at kwoekel@trilliumfamily.org.
And you've got a weird last name.
Yes.
How is it?
Woekel. Woekel.
There you go.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
Well, thank you.
It's been cool.
It's been a delight, Simon.
And thanks for the tea.
You're welcome. English tea for my English friend.
Good start.
Yep.
All right, we will catch you guys on the next episode of Chamber Chat.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.